And ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your average Joe and we're here on Monday Night Raw, the final Monday Night Raw of 2K25's Universe Mode series. We will be continuing this series into 2K26, but here tonight, Seth freaking Rollins, you can see, is absolutely furious and he's going to grab a microphone. Let's see what he's got to say here this evening.
CM Punk. Oh yeah, go ahead, cheer him. Cheer that parasite. Cheer the attention vampire. This is exactly what I told all of you months ago. CM Punk is a leech. He's a snake, and he will latch on to any situation he can find just to make it about himself. Saturday night's main event was my moment, my championship match, my opportunity to take the World Heavyweight Championship. And what happens? Out comes CM Punk, because he just can't help himself. If it wasn't for him, I'd be standing here right now as the World Heavyweight Champion.
And while we're talking about people sticking their noses where they don't belong, let's talk about AJ Lee. Oh yeah. I know some of you think that was heroic. You think she rode in like some kind of savior. Let me make something very clear. Security at Saturday night's main event should be fired. AJ Lee was supposed to be a fan, just another pathetic little fan, like each and every one of you sitting in this building tonight. A fan who is not under contract, a fan who does not have the insurance coverage, and a fan who does not have the legal rights to jump over a barricade, run into a ring, and attack the greatest female superstar of all time. And don't just take my word for it. Everybody says it. Sports Illustrated says it. So yeah, AJ Lee got exactly what she deserved. When my hot husband stomped her tiny little brains out on that concrete floor, maybe next time she'll learn her lesson and stay where she belongs, on the other side of the barricade.
You see, our time is up. And frankly, we're not getting paid enough to stay 1 second longer in this dump. So Punk, AJ, here's your warning. If either one of you even drops a single hair follicle in my way again, Saturday night's main event will be the least of your worries.
I've been looking for you two. Last week, you stood beside the ruler when the numbers weren't in his favor. I appreciate the gesture, but understand this. What's happening with Solo Sikoa? That is my fight, and I intend to finish it myself.
Yeah, we figured you might say that. But look, we weren't about to let Solo's crew walk around here like they run the place.
They want to take over the tag division? They're going to have to go through us first.
Good. Because champions should defend what belongs to them. And speaking of champions, if either of you feel worthy of some friendly competition, then perhaps you can test your luck against the ruler tonight.
Friendly competition? Yeah, we can do that.
Good. Then may the best man stand tall.
And well, hold on a second. Well, we just saw these two backstage with the Intercontinental Champion Oba Femi And it seems like possibly we could be about to see Nathan Frazier taking on the ruler for the Intercontinental Championship. Oba Femi making it perfectly clear that he wants to basically deal with Solo Sikoa all on his own here in Universe Mode, but he is thankful for Fraxium standing by his side last week. And of course Fraxium was supposed to defend those titles against the MFTs. And well, ladies and gentlemen, here is the Intercontinental Champion, the ruler of WWE, is Oba Femi, the man who ever since winning that championship has looked absolutely unstoppable here in Universe Mode. But of course Solo Sikoa and his MFTs have targeted the Intercontinental Champion, Tama Tonga specifically, getting a pinfall victory over this man. But now Oba Femi issuing a challenge for Nathan Frazier and Axiom, and clearly Nathan Frazier is the man who's going to step up to the plate here. A little bit of friendly competition as these two described it, but I'm sure when the championship gold is on the line, there is nothing friendly about it, as the ruler is going to look to put the championship on the line here and have another successful title defense.
Introducing the challenger. From Jersey in the Channel Islands, weighing in at 182 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, and one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Nathan Frazier. And his opponent, from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Oba Femi.
And so here we go, Intercontinental Championship on the line. Oba Femi and Nathan Frazier about to battle it out here on Monday Night Raw. And the bell rings and we're underway here. Of course, Axiom at ringside as well, the tag partner of Nathan Frazier. You have to wonder, is that going to play a factor in this one perhaps? But here, Nathan Frazier getting the upper hand on Oba Femi early on in this one. But now, Oba Femi just outpowering Nathan Frazier. And now Oba Femi just manhandling Nathan Frazier here. And as we stated during the entrances, when that championship gold is on the line, that friendly competition doesn't become so friendly, as Nathan Frazier can't seem to really get anything going here. Looking for a clothesline there was Oba Femi, couldn't find it, but now Nathan Frazier finally gets a reversal off of the Bulldog there, planting the ruler. Now with a big knee to the side of the head again, looking to keep the big man down and into a big moonsault off the top rope. And Nathan Frazier is telling Oba Femi to bring it. I'm not sure how wise that is, but Oba Femi now locking up and just forcing Nathan Frazier back to the ropes here. As now these two break the hold, and then a big kick to the midsection. Oba Femi just looking to send a message. Perhaps, as I stated before, that this friendly competition is no longer so friendly. As now Oba Femi with a big elbow drop connecting. Not once, not twice. but 3 times across the chest of Nathan Frazier. He rolls over to the ropes, trying to perhaps make some space and give himself a chance to recover, but Oba Femi is just completely on top of Nathan Frazier here. And now Nathan Frazier planted face first into the turnbuckle. And now off the top rope. Oh my word, the power of the ruler. Just tossing Nathan Frazier off the military press. And then a clubbing blow to the spine as well to follow. And Oba Femi now going to head up to the top rope here, right beside Axiom. As now Oba Femi with the elbow drop across the spine. That's going to send thunderbolts down the spine and through the body of Nathan Frazier. But now Nathan Frazier able to find a reversal. Trying to get back into this one, so Nathan Frazier could potentially walk out here as a double champion on Monday Night Raw. One half of the undisputed tag team champions, and then of course the Intercontinental champion as well. That's Nathan Frazier now looking for perhaps another frog splash, but no, going for the Phoenix splash, connecting. Nathan Frazier, new champion to be crowned. No, big kick out found by the ruler. But Oba Femi, I'm sure he wasn't expecting this kind of fight from Nathan Frazier here. Looking for an elbow drop, couldn't find it. The ruler back to his feet, but then he's caught into the sling blade and now into a moonsault, but he misses out on that one. And well, the pace is really quickening here. And that's not going to bode well for Oba Femi, as Nathan Frazier is just utilising his speed to stay on top of things here. Up to the top rope again. Nathan Frazier sizing up the champ. And looking to fly with a missile dropkick, connecting right on the button and into the cover. Scrambling into the cover for the victory. New champion, but no. Huge kick out found again for Oba Femi, who's back to his feet once more, but Nathan Frazier just continues to be absolutely relentless here. He wants that Intercontinental Championship. As Oba Femi now still down here. Now Oba Femi the one struggling to get back into this matchup. As now Nathan Frazier off the ropes looking for a drop kick, but Oba Femi back to his feet and looking to maybe manhandle and gain control of Nathan Frazier, but Nathan Frazier proving to just be a slippery character. And oh my word, Nathan Frazier, oh my goodness, dropping the ruler. Nathan Frazier could be closing in on a massive upset victory. Looking for the Phoenix splash, connecting into the cover he goes. New champion to be crowned, but no. Huge kick out found for Nathan, or for Oba Femi, I should say. Huge disappointment for Nathan Frazier there. He thought he had this matchup won, and I think the WWE Universe thought he did as well. So Oba Femi using those ropes to get the upper hand. There's now a stomp to the midsection by Oba Femi. Big right hand as well, and now hoisting up and planting Nathan Frazier into the cover he goes. For the retention of the championship, but no. Nathan Frazier able to power out, but Oba Femi is looking to put the challenger away here. Fall from grace, connecting and into the cover. Oba Femi for the victory. No, huge kick out found by Nathan Frazier. And I think this entire arena thought this match was over. But Nathan Frazier somehow is still fighting here, and Oba Femi, you have to wonder what's going through his mind right now. He may be regretting putting that championship on the line. There's Nathan Frazier with another reversal. Back to his feet. As now, well, hold on a second. Well, look at this. On the outside, Talatonga taking the fight and attacking Axiom here. Clearly, the MFTs are not finished with Fraxium right here. And well, Nathan Frazier on the top rope, but hold on a second. Solo Sikoa gonna cause a disqualification here. Nathan Frazier could have been a split second away from becoming the Intercontinental Champion if it wasn't thanks to Solo Sikoa. And well, now Nathan Frazier back to his feet, but hold on a second. Oba Femi seems like he was aiming for Solo Sikoa there. The Intercontinental Champion Shades of SummerSlam with the Samoan spike connecting. As Solo Sikoa stands over the Intercontinental Champion, sending a clear-cut message here. But hold on a second. Solo Sikoa's grabbing a microphone.
Did you really think the MFTs were just gonna sit back there and let all this happen? Nah. You see, everybody around here keeps forgetting something. This is my show. And around here, I run things. Now, Fraxian, you boys thought you were slick last week, dodging my MFTs, talking about how the tag division belongs to you. So I took a little walk, went to go see Shawn Michaels, and guess what? There ain't gonna be no more ducking. There ain't gonna be no more hiding, because those tag team championships are going to be on the line this weekend at Clash in Paris. And when my MFTs step in that ring, they're taking control of the tag team division. And Oba Femi, you really thought you could duck the MFTs too? You really thought you could hide behind your title, behind your pride, behind your little ruler nickname? You can't run forever. A few weeks ago, everybody saw it. Tama Tonga pinned you, Oba Femi. So if anybody deserves a shot at that championship, it's Tama Tonga. You can keep pretending this is your show. You can keep pretending you're the ruler. But the truth is, you're standing in the way of something bigger. The MFTs aren't just coming for you. They're not just coming for Fraxium. We're coming for everything.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we have Jakara Jackson here on Monday Night Raw. A woman who back at Saturday night's main event ended up costing a woman who was supposed to be her best friend, leaving a lot of people confused in that Women's World Championship matchup. It seemed like Jakara Jackson was about to come to the aid of Lash Legend before she actually wiped out the Bougie Bully and then exited the ring and left Stephanie Vaquer with Lash Legend at her mercy. And Stephanie Vaquer would go on to take advantage of the situation and successfully retain the Women's World Championship. But Jakara Jackson here tonight has a message for the WWE Universe, and I'm sure she's going to explain her actions back at Saturday night's main event.
You all saw it. Saturday night's main event. The moment the Bougie Bully finally got what was coming to her. See, I hear all of you online. People have been asking the same question. Why, Jakara? Why would you do that to Lash Legend? Let me tell you why. Because for years, I stood right next to her. I had her back. I rode with her. I fought with her. And when things got rough, I was the one standing there. I was the one standing right beside her. But the moment Lash started chasing that spotlight, the moment she thought she was the biggest thing in this division, she started acting like I didn't exist. She started running her mouth about how the Bougie Bully worked solo, how she didn't need friends, how she didn't need help. And when someone asked her about me, who? Oh, her? She's doing her own thing now. While I was laid up, recovering, after getting jumped by Jordan Grace, I called Lash. Again, and again, and again. And you know what I got? Nothing. So when I turned on Raw last week and heard Lash Legend laughing about me, disrespecting me, talking about how she didn't need me, I realized something. She didn't forget about me. She just thought I was weak enough to take it. Well, Lash, you found out the hard way what happens when somebody finally stands up to the bully. At Saturday night's main event, I didn't help Stephanie Vicure. I didn't care who walked out champion. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't. And now that that chapter is closed, it's time for me to focus on something new. You see, Lash Legend called herself the Bougie Bully. But me? I'm something different. I'm something better. I'm something that no one is ready for. Because around here, they're about to start calling me the baddie. And Lash, you might still be the bully, but if you want to step to the baddie, then you already know the deal. If you want it, come and get it.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we have Big Mami Cool, the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, with the former champion by her side. Of course, Liv Morgan lost that championship back at SummerSlam, and then Raquel Rodriguez snatching the title away from Dakota Kai on Dakota Kai's first championship title defense. And now Raquel Rodriguez with the championship over her shoulder. But you have to wonder, how does Liv Morgan truly feel about that? Of course, back at Saturday night's main event, Raquel Rodriguez wanted to do it all alone, but Liv Morgan, despite the request, headed to ringside regardless. But let's see what these two have got to say.
You know, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. My first singles championship, right here in WWE. This means everything to me. It means the hard work paid off. It means the grind was worth it, and it proves that I belong at the top of this division. But there's kind of an elephant in the room. Liv, why did you get involved? I asked you to stay in the back. I asked you to let me do this on my own. So why didn't you?
Wow, okay. I knew this was going to happen. I knew you were going to try to turn this on me somehow. Raquel, I helped you. I know you asked me to stay in the back, but I wanted to make sure you won. I wanted to make sure my sister became a champion.
Yeah, but I wanted to do that on my own.
Okay, but the plan worked. You're standing here as champion, so what's the big deal?
The big deal is maybe you didn't think I could do it by myself.
No. Raquel Rodriguez is big sexy. She's mommy cool. She's unstoppable. You're my sister, and I would do anything for you.
Oh, here we go. Well, I think it was only a matter of time before we saw this woman, Julia, make her way into the arena. She has been gunning for that championship ever since arriving here on Monday Night Raw. She's yet to get her hands on the title, but she has, of course, turned her back on Dakota Kai in the past, and now she's also been stating that Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez may not be good for each other. But let's see what Julia has got to say here this evening.
This is beautiful. 絶対に美しい. I told you both weeks ago. You two, you are no good for each other. 私が正しかったようだ. But Raquel, congratulations. You are the new champion. WWE 初のチャンピオンシップ. But understand something. I am not finished with that championship yet.
Hold on a second. The Genius of the Sky is back here on Monday Night Raw. It is Io Sky, but why is she here now? The last time that we saw Io Sky was back at Evolution when she took on Jade Cargill for the Women's World Championship and pushed the Storm to the limit. Well, let's see what Io Sky has got to say here tonight.
I have enough of this. You two think you can bully everyone in this division. And I have problem with you two. You stabbed my best friend in her back. Dakota Kai not been same since.
These two, well, I guess these two teams, you could say, just laying into each other here. And I mean, it seems like maybe about to get a matchup right here. Julia and Io Sky perhaps about to team up against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Well, what a situation this is. And I mean, all the tension between Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez seems to have almost boiled over here, following on from Saturday night's main event, despite the fact that Raquel Rodriguez was victorious in that one and has become the Intercontinental Champion. But now Io Sky making it clear that she's not happy with any one of these three other superstars involved in this matchup, including her tag partner Julia, because of the effects that she has had on Dakota Kai in this universe mode in recent months. Io Sky claiming that Dakota Kai hasn't been the same ever since Julia turned her back and backstabbed Dakota Kai a number of months ago. But Io Sky is a woman who we haven't seen much in this universe mode this year. Last year she had a very successful year, being a multiple-time WWE Women's Champion. But this year in universe mode, it seems like she took a back step to allow her tag partner in Dakota Kai, hold on a second, to take the spotlight. But now a powerbomb connecting for Raquel Rodriguez, and she's able to just outpower Io Sky. Io Sky, the Genius of the Sky, one of the absolute best in-ring performers that there is. And now German suplex connecting for the Genius of the Sky. There's now Io reluctantly tagging in her tag partner, which is Julia. And now Julia has been caught here by Big Mami Cool, hoisted up, but a couple of well-placed strikes by Julia. Julia, of course, has stated that she's not finished with that championship just yet, despite the fact that Dakota Kai is no longer the one holding it, but now into the cover to pin the champion perhaps, but no. Raquel Rodriguez able to power out here. Raquel Rodriguez is someone who has gone under the radar a little bit here in universe mode. Multiple victories recently. Of course, winning the championship back at Saturday night's main event, but also defeating Julia to become the #1 contender. And then also defeating Dakota Kai just before SummerSlam. So Raquel Rodriguez is on quite a roll right now. She will not want to thwart that kind of momentum here tonight, though, as Julia was looking to lock in that submission hold, but Raquel Rodriguez able to fight her way out of it. Back to her feet, clutching at that arm. That's a big boot connecting for Big Mami Cool. And now Julia being pulled back to her feet and sent into the corner with Liv Morgan. And you have to wonder, how are Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez going to work together here? The tag is made and Liv Morgan back into the ring. The boos ringing around the stadium as they just stomp away at Julia in the corner. And now Julia back to her feet here. You also have to wonder, how are Io Sky and Julia going to work together here? I mean, they're not a tag team. And it seems like Io Sky has some serious issues with Julia. Maybe even more so than Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Well, Liv Morgan now taking the fight to Julia. Of course, Liv Morgan made it clear that she is the first woman to enter into the Women's Royal Rumble matchup. So she is looking to perhaps go on a pursuit for the Women's World Championship, but big strike connecting for Liv Morgan now, and planting Julia spine first into the canvas. And now Julia going for the tag, and Raquel Rodriguez was just asking Liv Morgan why she didn't stop Julia there. And I mean, Raquel Rodriguez into the ring. She's feeling fired up, but sending Io Sky to the outside. And I mean, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan need to try and get on the same page. Because you could argue that although Liv Morgan didn't listen to Raquel Rodriguez by staying at the back at Saturday night's main event, you could also argue that she's the reason why Raquel Rodriguez perhaps had won the championship. But of course, Raquel Rodriguez seemed to be in complete control of that matchup. And Liv Morgan, if anything, her presence may have actually been more of a distraction to Big Mami Cool than it was to the former Women's Intercontinental Champion. There's now Raquel Rodriguez with Io Sky looking to hoist her up. Io Sky in trouble as she's planted off of the Tejana bomb and stacked up. Big Mami Cool looking for the win, but no. Julia was just able to get into the ring, but I believe that Io Sky may have actually powered out of that one. The WWE Universe trying to get behind the Genius of the Sky here, as Big Mami Cool off the top rope taking out the Genius of the Sky. And now Liv Morgan's tagged back into the ring, as now Io Sky is looking to get the hot tag, and Raquel Rodriguez was just telling Liv Morgan to stop Io Sky there, but Liv Morgan was too busy playing up to the WWE Universe. And now, I mean, it may have just cost her because she's been caught, hoisted up, and planted by Julia. Spine first in the center of the ring. And now, with the... looking for the knee to the face, but couldn't find it. Liv Morgan, though, able to find the reversal, sending Julia into the corner with Big Mami Cool. And now Raquel Rodriguez, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, back into the ring. And hoisted up and planted is Julia off of the back body drop double team for Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. As now, hold on a second, what on earth? Oh my goodness! Julia just planting Raquel Rodriguez. And Io Sky making her way back into the ring. It looked like Julia didn't actually want to make the tag there, but she decided to go for it regardless. And now Io Sky planted face first, and Raquel Rodriguez scrambling into the cover. She feels she's done enough here, but no, just a 1 count found. Io Sky showing that resiliency, which makes her a former world champion. And now Raquel Rodriguez back to her feet, sent into the corner. And Io Sky here looking for a double team with Julia. And Big Mami Cool could be in trouble, as now the double back body drop connecting for Io Sky and Julia. And Julia now with a big headbutt to the Women's Intercontinental Champion. And Raquel Rodriguez for a moment there looked like she was a little bit desperate to get a tag. And now off the ropes and into a big elbow drop connecting, and Liv Morgan on the apron just asking Big Mami Cool to go for the tag here. But Big Mami Cool is looking for a submission perhaps, but Julia able to break the hold and get the upper hand here. And you have to wonder, should Raquel Rodriguez have maybe listened to Liv Morgan just a moment ago? Maybe gone for the tag, but no. Big elbow connecting and a big boot as well to follow. As now, Raquel Rodriguez, it looked like she was about to go for the tag there. She decided against it, and now big splash connecting off the top rope. And now scrambling into the cover. Raquel Rodriguez wants to put Julia away here. Big kick out found. And Raquel Rodriguez showing the frustration now. As now finally she tags in Liv Morgan reluctantly. And Liv Morgan back into the ring here. Clearly, Raquel Rodriguez was looking to get the victory on her own terms here. As now Liv Morgan planting Julia spine first into the canvas. And I mean, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez have dominated most of this matchup, despite the fact that it seems like maybe they aren't quite on the same page. As now Julia is planted in the corner here. Liv Morgan up to the second rope. And she's sizing up now. Liv Morgan off the second rope there, missing out on the missile drop kick. And now side Russian leg sweep connecting. And some ground and pound vicious strikes by Julia. Oh, and a huge elbow as well. And Liv Morgan could be out cold in the corner. As Io Sky back to her feet here and into a Hurricane Rana. I mean, things could be about to go from bad to worse for Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez as the uppercut connecting for Io Sky. And Raquel Rodriguez was just screaming at Liv Morgan, telling her to go for the tag, but Liv Morgan is down and out here and into the over the moonsault for the victory, but Raquel Rodriguez not about to waste any time there. And straight into the ring to break up that count. And now, hold on a second, looking for a submission here. Liv Morgan could be in some trouble, but she's able to find a reversal. Went for a pinfall there, but Io Sky able to avoid that drop kick and able to kick out of that pinfall before the referee could even get in position. And now, hold on a second, Oblivion connecting out of absolutely nowhere and into the cover. Liv Morgan looking for the victory here, but no. Julia is the one that's able to save the matchup. As now Liv Morgan, well, it looked like she was looking for maybe that head scissors off of the handstand, but couldn't quite find it. And now Io Sky, you can't give her a moment's peace here, because the genius of the Sky, as we stated before, one of the best professional wrestlers to do it here today, as the double axe handle connecting for Io Sky. And now Io Sky gonna target the arm of Liv Morgan, a stomp away at the hand and the fingers. As Io Sky just taking her time, and now Julia back into the ring again. Julia here just stalking her prey and just laughing at Raquel Rodriguez, and Raquel Rodriguez with a cheap shot there to the back of the neck, but now, oh, Liv Morgan able to find a reversal again. She saw it coming, and then a shining wizard connecting for Liv Morgan, and now she's sizing up Julia. Liv Morgan was perhaps looking for the Oblivion, but Julia able to avoid it. And now planting Liv Morgan on the back of her head here, and Liv Morgan opting for the hot tag as Julia decides that she wants a piece of the Women's Intercontinental Champion here, and a big elbow connecting. And well, Raquel Rodriguez, she could be in deep trouble now, as Julia plants her face first into the canvas. And Julia, hold on a second, while Liv Morgan making her way into the ring, and oh my goodness, Julia just targeting the legs, and Raquel Rodriguez is in quite a state right now. Julia just picking apart the body of the Women's Intercontinental Champion. I mean, Liv Morgan, it seemed like she was a little bit desperate to get back into the ring there to try and help out her buddy, but now the big knee connecting and into the cover. Julia for the victory. No, huge kick out found for Raquel Rodriguez, but Julia, seemingly just a moment ago, was trying to pick apart the Women's Intercontinental Champion. As now Liv Morgan tags herself in. Julia, oh my goodness, I don't think she quite realised it. I think that she thought that Raquel Rodriguez was down and out, which she may just be, and she still hasn't moved here. As now Julia heading to the outside. Liv Morgan follows here, as now these two, well, Liv Morgan's been caught here, and Julia planting Liv Morgan on the concrete floor. And Julia looking to just have her way here with Liv Morgan. A former Intercontinental Champion, of course. Julia and Liv Morgan were both involved in that championship matchup back at SummerSlam. But now Julia telling the referee to continue the count here. A 6 count, but Liv Morgan back to her feet. Back into the ring at 7, and now Liv Morgan offered a springboard into the dropkick connecting. Julia didn't quite know what to do with herself right there. There's now Liv Morgan looking for the tag again to Big Mammy Call. Raquel Rodriguez back into the ring looking for a big dropkick, but she misses out on that one. And now catching Julia and planting her off of the power slam. Well, Raquel Rodriguez, you can see that the damage has been done, but hold on a second. She's looking to put away Julia once and for all, planting Julia and stacking her up off the Tahana bomb. But Io Sky into the ring and able to save things for her team and save things for Julia as well. As now Julia going to get her hands on the champion once again. Raquel Rodriguez could be in big trouble here, as she's taken a lot of punishment in this matchup. And now Io Sky is back into the ring, and now planting Raquel Rodriguez. And Io Sky and Raquel Rodriguez both head into the outside. As Io Sky now, what is she planning? Io Sky with a Meteora connecting to the Women's Intercontinental Champion. And now Julia not about to allow Io Sky to get the victory that easy here. She's telling Io Sky to finish it inside the ring. And Io Sky is lining up the Intercontinental Champion, plants her face first. And now with the submission hold locked in here, but Liv Morgan is able to break the hold, and then a big drop kick to the back of the head by Liv Morgan. Trying to buy Raquel Rodriguez some time here, but Liv Morgan's been caught. And a big Shote uppercut connecting, and now into the cover. Raquel Rodriguez down and out here, looking for the victory. No, huge kick out found for Raquel Rodriguez. And somehow this match continues. Well, what a matchup this is between these two teams. An impromptu matchup here on Monday Night Raw. But now Raquel Rodriguez hoisting up Io Sky and planting her in the corner. And Julia just screaming at the Women's Intercontinental Champion, trying to cause a distraction, trying to get her attention. And she may have just done enough here, as Io Sky targets that same knee which Julia was working on earlier in the matchup. And now planting Raquel Rodriguez face first. Big kick to the midsection. And Io Sky now, hold on a second, using her agility to stay out of the clutches of the powerhouse. But now she may have been caught here. Oh my word, another reversal by the genius of the Sky. And Io Sky now setting up Raquel Rodriguez once again, planting her face first. And now into the submission, and once again here is Raquel Rodriguez going to tap out perhaps. Io Sky has made the Women's Intercontinental Champion tap out here on Monday Night Raw. And that's a massive victory for both Io Sky and Julia. And it seems, at least for now, they're able to put things behind them. But Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, they need to get back on the same page. And ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with the show, we have the dangerous, unhinged Naomi back at Saturday night's main event. She actually wiped out Miss Money in the Bank, Bianca Belair, taking her out indefinitely at the moment here in Universe mode. But Naomi making her way down to the ring, looking to cut a promo for us here this evening. But hold on a second. There's Jordan Grace now with Naomi. And hold on a second, looking to send her back into the ring here. Jordan Grace clearly looking for some revenge on behalf of the EST perhaps. But hold on a second. Naomi able to find the reversal and then wiping out Jordan Grace. And well, would you look at this? Naomi is hightailing it out of there, as Jordan Grace makes her way back to her feet, clearly frustrated, grabbing a microphone.
Naomi! Ugh. Don't you walk away from me. You really thought you could get away with what you did this weekend. You really thought you could destroy the EST of WWE and nobody was going to make you answer for it? Bianca Belair was right about one thing. Somebody has to put you back in your place. And if you think for 1 second that you're just gonna run around here attacking people from behind, trying to tear down everybody around you, then you've got another thing coming. Because you're looking at the woman who's gonna stop you. You already learned once what happens when you step to me. At SummerSlam, I embarrassed you. I beat you. And Naomi, if you keep pushing this, I will gladly beat you down again. Run. Run while you can. Because sooner or later, you're gonna have to face me again.
And now as we move into the main event of the evening, you have to wonder, has Jordynne Grace made a similar mistake to which Bianca Belair had made? As it seems like Naomi has gotten into the heads of both of those two superstars, and Bianca Belair, Miss EST, in the bank, has been wiped out indefinitely. And it's yet to be decided as to when she will return here in Universe mode. But Becky Lynch and Jordynne Grace are about to go head-to-head inside of a steel cage, a rematch of a couple of weeks ago where we tried to recrown a #1 contender for Stephanie Vaquer and the Women's World Championship. Becky Lynch and Jordynne Grace with a hard-fought battle a couple of weeks ago, only for Lash Legend to get herself involved and basically insert herself into the championship title picture. But now here tonight inside of a steel cage, ensuring that there is no interference here, we will be determining who will be the new #1 contender. So the WWE Universe behind Jordynne Grace here, the juggernaut of WWE, as the steel cage lowers. And the main event gets underway here as Becky Lynch is just slammed down to the mat right out the gates here. And of course, as we stated before, Jordynne Grace attacking Naomi just before this matchup. You have to wonder how wise that is of her. Of course, luckily for Jordynne Grace, she's locked inside a steel cage, so Naomi shouldn't be able to interfere in this one. However, well, look at this. Becky Lynch already looking to escape the cage here, telling Jessica Carr to hurry up there. She felt as though Jessica Carr was maybe taking a moment too long, but Becky Lynch now with Jordynne Grace sending her off of the ropes, and a big arm drag connecting for the man. And now the man, Becky Lynch, just teasing Jordynne Grace here and even giving a glance over at Jessica Carr and telling her not to get herself involved in this one. Well, I mean, Jessica Carr is the one that has to unlock the door, so I'm not sure what Becky means by that. But now, Becky Lynch sent into the corner. Jordynne Grace here, looking to get the upper hand now. Big clubbing blow to the spine. Repeated strikes now by the Juggernaut, as now, hold on a second. Oh, planted face first into the turnbuckle. Perhaps paying some homage to the EST there was Jordynne Grace. As now, big strikes connecting for Becky Lynch. And now, hold on a second, Becky rolling through, looking to lock in that armbar, but luckily for Jordynne Grace, she was able to avoid it and ensure that Becky Lynch couldn't get a full grip on that arm. And now, Jordynne Grace is the one that's looking to escape the cage here. The man, Becky Lynch, is down, but is she going to be able to make it back to her feet and stop the Juggernaut before she can escape the cage here? Of course, victory is either by a pinfall submission or escaping the cage and having both feet touch the floor. There's now Jordynne Grace back into the ring with Becky Lynch. Quick strikes here by the man, sending the Juggernaut off the ropes. And now Jordynne Grace with a big knee to the midsection, finding a massive reversal there. Now Becky Lynch sent off the ropes and looking for a spinning back elbow there, but couldn't quite connect with it. Becky Lynch was able to avoid it, as now she's been caught and now planted in the middle of the ring. And Jordynne Grace backing up into the corner. I thought she may be thinking about exiting the cage here, but instead a big forearm to the back of the head by the Juggernaut. And now Jordynne Grace is the one looking to get Jessica Carr to unlock the cage here, and Becky Lynch is beside herself, screaming at Jessica Carr, telling her not to do so. But hold on a second, looking for the disarmer. Becky Lynch But no, Jordynne Grace able to find a reversal. Back and forth we go between these two. Who is going to be the victor in this one? Who is going to be the #1 contender to Stephanie Raquel and the Women's World Championship? As now, Muscle Buster connecting in the corner. And Jordynne Grace scrambles into the cover, looking for the victory. #1 contendership, but no. A kick out at 1 by the man. But Jordynne Grace is not finished just yet. Sizing up Becky Lynch here. Becky Lynch in trouble. Big elbow found by her, and then a wicked clothesline. Picks Jordynne Grace off her feet. And now Becky Lynch could have something brewing here for the Juggernaut. Big strike to the back, but Jordynne Grace just brushed it off there. Now hoisting up Becky Lynch and planting her in the center of the ring off the powerbomb. And now looking to escape the cage here. Jordynne Grace looking for the victory at the far side. Is she going to be able to escape the cage before the man gets back to her feet? Becky Lynch slowly to her feet here, but Jordynne Grace at the top of the cage. Becky Lynch needs to be careful because Jordynne Grace here is a moment away from becoming the #1 contender. But Becky Lynch looking to try and drag Jordynne Grace back into the ring, and she does so successfully, at least for now. And now these two teetering on the top rope here, and Becky Lynch slamming Jordynne Grace face first into the steel cage. Jordynne Grace though, after crashing down to the mat, quickly back to her feet, and oh my goodness, planting Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch could be in deep, deep trouble here. As now, oh my goodness, an elbow drop to the knee as well. Jordynne Grace is not messing around here. He's now backing it up into the corner again, sizing up Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch is planted off of that elbow to the back of the neck, and now Becky Lynch, well, she's trying to get back to her feet in the corner, but the Juggernaut is looking to climb the cage again here, looking to escape and become the #1 contender, but Becky Lynch making her pay for it. And oh my goodness, Becky Lynch with a powerbomb off of the top rope, off of the cage. And now Becky Lynch looking to make Jordynne Grace pay here with a couple of leg drops, but maybe one too many, as the Juggernaut just continues to keep on coming. As Becky Lynch slides on in behind, and now reverse DDT off of the reversal. And Becky Lynch once again sizing up Jordynne Grace here. Jordynne Grace in deep trouble as the manhandle slam connecting into the cover for a new #1 contender, but no. Kick out found by Jordynne Grace. And Becky Lynch, what is she planning now? Heading up to the top rope. But oh my goodness, into a moonsault and hooking the leg again. Looking for the victory, but no, another kick out at 1 by the Juggernaut. And Becky Lynch, well, I thought the first time maybe she was going to look to escape the cage, but even on her second attempt, she decided against it. Finding a reversal though. Back and forth we go, and another manhandle slam connecting, and that's surely got to be it. Into the cover again, Becky Lynch, no! Huge kick out found for the Juggernaut, and Becky Lynch is beside herself. She cannot believe it, and she's screaming at Jessica Carr for some reason, blaming Jessica Carr for this. As now tossing Jordynne Grace across the ring. And Becky Lynch now. Oh, Jordynne Grace just swiping a leg out from underneath Becky. Now Jordynne Grace perhaps thinking about maybe escaping the cage again. Jordynne Grace seemingly a little bit desperate to get the victory here, and I mean, you can't blame her, but Becky Lynch, well, a swipe and a miss. As now Jordynne Grace up to the top of the cage, and Becky Lynch needs to be careful, but hold on a second. Well, Jordynne Grace decided to come back into the cage here, able to find a reversal, and Becky Lynch drops down to the canvas. Jordynne Grace getting the WWE Universe behind her, and now Becky Lynch in big trouble, planted and stacked up here by the Juggernaut for a new #1 contender, but no. Becky the one able to power out at 1 on this occasion. And Jordynne Grace now the one frustrated. An elbow in the corner by the man. Big shoulder tackle connecting. As Becky Lynch now. A stomp to the arm, perhaps setting up that disarmer for later on. But now with the knee to the spine. Looking to get the submission, but Jordynne Grace able to break that hold. As now Becky Lynch sent off the ropes here, able to avoid that strike and the second one. And now Becky Lynch planting, and hold on a second, looking for the armbar. Is she going to make Jordynne Grace tap out here inside the steel cage? But no, Jordynne Grace is able to find some leverage and able to get back to her feet and break the hold. Back and forth we go between these two. Two of the best in the division, fighting it out for the right to compete against Stephanie Raquel for the Women's World Championship. Off of the knee strike, but a kick out found by Becky. For a moment there, I thought maybe Becky was out cold. Following on from that knee strike, but now Jordynne Grace with Becky Lynch, and oh my goodness, planting Becky Lynch. And Jordynne Grace could be closing in on a massive victory here. Hoisting up the man, up overhead, and powerbomb connecting in the center of the ring. And now Jordynne Grace looking to climb the steel cage. Is it going to be enough here to get the victory though? Jordynne Grace now, hold on a second. She's up to the top of the cage here, and Becky Lynch is still down. Is it going to be enough? The man making her way back to her feet. And well, Jordynne Grace seems to have lost her footing a little bit here, and Becky Lynch climbing up to the side of the cage, and Jordynne Grace is stuck at the top there. And now Becky Lynch with a couple of strikes to Jordynne Grace, trying to drag her back into the cage, and somehow, some way, Becky Lynch has saved this matchup for herself. Big strike connecting, and Jordynne Grace face first off the cage again, as Jordynne Grace crashes down to the canvas. And now Becky Lynch looking to put away Jordynne Grace perhaps here. She's feeling fired up right now, is the man. Some quick strikes connecting for Becky as she heads up to the second rope and looking for the leg drop again. Couldn't connect with it. And I mean, Jordynne Grace was inches away from getting the victory just a moment ago, but she just seemed to lose her footing at the top of the cage and maybe even got herself caught and couldn't quite get her leg over to escape the steel cage. So you have to wonder whether maybe that's going to play a part in this matchup. Is she going to decide instead, oh my word, to go for a pinfall? But it may not be possible, because Becky Lynch now offered a manhandle slam into the cover for a new #1 contender. Becky Lynch has done it. And well, Jordynne Grace was inches away from getting the victory, but Becky Lynch is the new #1 contender to Stephanie Raquel and the Women's World Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, as we look to close on out the show here on Monday Night Raw with the World Heavyweight Champion Bron Breakker, the man who successfully defended the championship back at Saturday night's main event thanks to the interference of CM Punk, a man who Bron Breakker actually cost back at SummerSlam and defeated to regain the World Heavyweight Championship in that triple threat match with Drew McIntyre as well. Drew McIntyre, of course, currently out injured indefinitely as well, following on from being pile-drived through the announce desk by CM Punk at SummerSlam. But let's see what the Wise Man and Bron Breakker have got to say here this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I stand before you tonight as the oracle to the most dominant force in this industry today. But before we get to that introduction, I have a few things I must address regarding what transpired this past weekend at WWE Saturday night's main event. Earlier tonight, we heard from Seth Rollins, who spent a considerable amount of time making excuse after excuse after excuse for why he simply cannot compete on the same level as Braun Breaker. But I will admit something. Seth Rollins was right about one thing. He was right about CM Punk. Because CM Punk simply cannot allow the generation that came after him to supersede him. Punk cannot handle the reality that the world has moved on. He is a withered, bitter, insecure veteran, still clinging to the glory days like a man clutching the last photograph of a life he once had. And unfortunately for Phil Brooks, there is a new dog in the yard. A new leader of this company. A new man who will maintain an absolute stranglehold over the World Heavyweight Championship. And that man is the reigning, defending,
Oh, well, Paul Heyman is not going to be too pleased with this. Because CM Punk is interrupting the wise man on his grand introduction of the World Heavyweight Champion Braun Breaker. CM Punk, of course, arrived back at Saturday night's main event and you could argue possibly even costed Seth freaking Rollins the World Heavyweight Championship, and you could argue that CM Punk caused all the chaos by arriving there at Saturday night's main event to make it clear that he wasn't done with the World Heavyweight Champion, and now here tonight interrupting the wise man Paul Heyman. Well, let's see what CM Punk has got to say here this evening.
Man, I had to get out here before the show ended, because otherwise we were going to end the night listening to these two buffoons.
Why are you here? Huh? Earlier tonight, Seth Rollins was out here talking trash about me, talking trash about you, talking trash about your pathetic little wife. And you weren't man enough to come out here and do a damn thing about it. So you've got a lot of balls coming into my ring and interrupting my oracle. Paul Heyman.
You mean the little penguin man in the corner? Look, Braun, it's none of your business why I wasn't here earlier. But since everybody seems so curious, I'll enlighten you. I was at the hospital with my beautiful wife, AJ Lee, while she was getting checked out after the circus you people created at Saturday night's main event. I just got here right before the show ended. And boy, did this show need me.
Bravo, Punk. Truly inspiring. So let me ask you something. What exactly do you want? Because there is no way in hell you are out here for the champion. Braun Breaker. Unless, of course, you want your career to be cut short. Whatever's left of it, that is.
Actually, Paul, that's exactly why I'm here. At SummerSlam, you cost me something, and you took something from me. No, not the gold. At SummerSlam, I lost a friendship, and now I want revenge. You took my best friend from me, so now I want to take yours. Because without him, you wouldn't be standing there as champion today. So I want to right that wrong at Clash in Paris. So what do you say, little doggy? Or are you scared?
You're on.
Alright, Clash in Paris. It seems like we could be about to get Braun Breaker versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship.